ball so far. Those are really those signs of being nervous.
Of these NBA games. Rick Barry.
Forcing every damn shot they get.
And Ricky Silvers out of DeWitt Clinton High School in New York.
Rick take a swing, it's over.
Huh?
Rick take a swing, it's over.
You better cut darts, baby.
We got a fight going out here. You believe that?
Barry's out. What? He's out of the game.
Oh, no. No way.
Both out of the game.
No way that's all that.
He took a pretty good shot, it appears. Very, very physical game. I don't think we've seen the last altercation. Westfall puts it up, and Paul Westfall gives the Phoenix Suns a 4-2 lead. Playoffs, the 7th and deciding game, the upstart Phoenix Suns against the Golden State Warriors, defending champions of the league. Rick Barry comes right back and drills the long shot. His coach said, our #1 priority is not losing our composure early in the game. That's when Golden State has beaten us and they've taken the early lead. That's right, in Game 5, or Game 6 on Friday night, as Rick Barry shoots and hits again, Phoenix had a 13 offensive rebound advantage. The 7th and deciding game, Rick Barry looking to fire away early, and Barry hits his 3rd straight outside jump shot.
Well, that fight has ignited this ball club. Everyone double teaming.
Curtis Perry with a big play. Tapped up and in. Tapped up and in by Alvin Adams. Rick Barry being guarded tightly by Hurd, moves out to the side. Johnson drives a clean reject by Perry, but there's a whistle underneath. A normally very volatile crowd here at this Coliseum is kind of cautious right now. Very much tension present.
He played well. They won in this series. And I think the thing that might hurt him a little bit, the crowd's on him. Maybe he'll pay attention down too much. But
Here's Rick Barry firing inside. Clifford Ray didn't have enough on it, and there's a foul call.
You're exactly right. Good things seem to happen when you play a 7th game in the home court.
A 6-point lead, as you see, for the Golden State Warriors. Play in the first quarter. Firing way and hitting from the outside is Alvin Adams, and all of a sudden, the Phoenix Suns are back to within 4. It is a 14-10 game. Westfall takes it into the corner. Alvin Adams puts it up. Not enough there, but Perry gets the offensive board. Takes his time, puts it back up and in. And Charles Johnson goes down low to Rick Barry. Barry hits another outside shot, his 4th of the first quarter. Here is Gar Hurd shooting from the outside. Gar Hurd hits it. He made the big play in Game 6 on Friday night. After Alvin Adams scored with 12 seconds to play, it was Hurd who blocked the last-second shot of Jamal Wilkes to end the series. 3-3. Here's Phil Smith driving, and a foul is called. We're going to lose some people early. The whistles keep blowing. He is the big guy for Golden State. Westfall has been so important scoring for Phoenix. Jamal Wilkes comes inside to get it.
Those two players don't get a lot of mention, but they are very important players.
Now Barry steals the ball, coming down on the run. Barry fires to Johnson. And Charles Johnson shoots before the defense can get over to attend to him. Clifford Ray hands off quickly to Johnson. He takes it down low, and Johnson hits another one. He has come on now. He has scored 10 points in the first quarter. Charles Johnson.
He's had a hot hand so far for the Suns. I'm sure they'll look to go to him.
Charles Johnson is called for the foul. The Warrior fans protesting that it was a charge on Westfall, but out with 3 personal fouls and 10 points. They didn't put the first free throw up for Phoenix. Gar Hurd comes down to the baseline of the court and throws up an arcing jump shot.
Really dives for the ball a lot. Many times he loses his man in the course of action. Some of the Phoenix players have had good luck against him.
Berry is called for a personal foul, lost the ball to Hurd, and then grabbed at him. The game going. And there, so importantly, the extra chance brings them back to within 4. With the Golden State Warriors leading 26-22. They were led in the first quarter by Charles Johnson, who had 10 points, and Rick Berry, who scored 8. It has been a back-and-forth first quarter as the Golden State Warriors lead by 4, 26-22.
You can see in this ball game, both teams are trying to go with their strength. Phoenix wearing a lot of time down the clock, but only fouls
up. Van Arsdale takes the lead pass. He goes hard to the basket. Basket is disallowed. The foul is called on Van Arsdale. Count holds. Golden State by 4. In and out. Dickey comes over the top. Gar Hurd blocked another one, but he kept it out to Phil Smith, who gets the bucket. They make it 30-22, 28-22, a 6-point advantage. Down low now comes out as Autry sets the pick. Back inside on the give and go to Autry. They leave the ball. Up court to Berry. Rick Berry ahead of the pack, lays the ball in. Berry now with 10 points. Oh, looking to go inside on Dudley. Dudley taps the ball away. He's all over Sobers. Sobers tries to bang it off his leg and throws the ball away to Phil Smith. Tapped up by George Johnson. A fight for the ball. What do we got inside? Going to be a whistle. Alvin Adams. Here is Phil Smith looking to drive on Van Arsdale. Van Arsdale shoots him off the edge with Smith. Great shooter that he is. Spins off and hits the line drive jump shot. First note. Gar Hurd hits it, a basket that the Phoenix Suns needed so very much as he hits it from the corner. There's a shooting foul on the play. Offense, great defensive position by the Warriors. Put up, basket goes, and there's a foul on the play as Curtis Perry takes the step, feints, drives into the lane, and puts it up.
Down, he's fouled by George Johnson.
It is now a 32-27 game, a 5-point lead for the Golden State Warriors. They led by 10 not that long ago, and here is Paul taps it over to Westphal, and Paul Westphal puts it up off glass, and the basket goes. Dudley went down hard. No call for guard of the University of San Francisco. Jump passes to Derek Dickey. The ball wouldn't have gotten there, but it goes on the way down, so it is up. It is defensive goaltending. This is with a pass, but there is no shot up. But Gar Hurd fires. Oh!
There was no time left on the clock when he shot that ball down.
Adams puts it up. Curtis Perry gets the roll. Adams are fighting away to get the ball inside the lane. That time they did it. Van Arsdale staying right with Phil Smith, preventing the drive. Van Arsdale dancing with Smith, and Smith again, when he can't get by on the drive, spins off, hits the turnaround jump shot. Suns in game 4 to even the series in double overtime. Perry forces a shot, tapped up, the basket will go, and there's a foul on the play. And it's a one.
Just really cannot understand how fans throw things at a basketball.
Erickson down low, and he follows it up. Keith Erickson getting the great position, the assist down the middle, and the Phoenix Suns have rallied back to take the lead. 37-36. And now another foul call inside. A lot of contact down low. This one looks to be Curtis Perry, who scored 11 points at 8 in the first quarter. Rick Berry, the best percentage free throw shooter in the NBA, now gives the Warriors back the lead, 38-37. Side feeds off to Alvin Adams. In and out, and rebound down to Jamal Wilson. He leads the break. Leads to Berry. Rick Berry loses the ball, and he was fouled on the play by Westphal. Very tense like their ball club.
And not only very tense, but they're very, very concerned about what they're seeing out here.
Games that Golden State has won big, they've ripped it right open early. They've taken command early. Now, it is a 40-37 game, another 3-point lead for opening. Drives into the lane, fires to Van Arsdale. No travel. Van Arsdale fading back, and Dick Van Arsdale moving away gets it. By Van Arsdale, almost forced to steal. Berry fires, can't get there. Sobers at 6'3", loses the ball to Jamal Wilkes, and he gets the roll. Jamal Wilkes with that heady basketball. Well in the first quarter, 10 points, now goes to the bench with his 4th personal foul. Here's another foul on the Golden State Warriors. This one's on Jamal Wilkes. I don't think he ever gets in foul trouble. He's got 2 now. Here is Keith Erickson, a man that everybody couldn't believe the great performance he had. He gets the second free throw. Is not a tip-in by Adams. He was just following the play up in case it did come out. It's 42-40. Golden State by 2 points.
So far in this basketball game, they moved the ball around real well. They're taking pretty good care of it, but here's one of those turnovers they don't need.
Big play by the Golden State Warriors. They get the run and get the lead break. And the payoff end is Phil Smith, who's now scored 12. Lost the lead. Now they've gone back up by the 6-point margin. Here is a shot by Elvin Adams from the outside. Elvin Adams has now scored 8 points. Wilkes, 46-42. We have 37 seconds left to go in the first half. Jamal Wilkes, All-American of the UCLA. Fade as Keith Erickson couldn't get the ball back to get the shot off in time. And so the first half comes to an end with the score, as you see, the Golden State Warriors 48, the Phoenix Suns 42. Perry, Westphal looks down low. Perry was all by himself. Sobers tries to throw the ball, and Phil Smith intercepts. Smith takes it all away. What a brilliant play.
Boy, that shows you his great jumping ability and the great body control that he has.
Lead. Curtis Perry looking down low. Ricky Sobers firing, and Sobers drills the long jump shot. Because Johnson picked up 4 personal fouls in the first half. Sky King goes up and gets it off glass. Curtis Perry.
Beside himself what he's seeing happen to this Golden State ball club. They're just simply getting better position on the inside, and the ball club is going to have to block out better.
This will make it a 2-point game. Look at Westphal. The basket goes, and he was fouled on the play. Phil Smith went up to challenge him. And loves to jam the ball. Watch this.
Here's a beautiful play. Watch this play. Paul Westphal shows you great jumping ability.
You can't knock this club out of the game, and he does. Westphal has now scored 13 points.
Now they're doing the one cardinal sin. You just don't dribble the basketball against a good ball club.
They're settled down now. The play's gotten very clean, although it's very aggressive. Phil Smith off the baseline. And Phil Smith has now hit 16 points. The high post, Curtis Perry moving off the inside. Down low to Westphal. Look at that shot. Paul Westphal is knocked down on the play.
But you can't give a team that many chances.
Jamal Wilkes goes to the basket. Another foul on Perry. That's 5.
A very outstanding shooter.
Jamal Wilkes hits the free throw. State Warriors have a 2-point lead, 53-51. Low to Elvin Adams ahead of the pack. He is fouled by Rick Barry. Good throw. He will get a second. And Elvin Adams ties the basketball game at 53. This is the 7th and deciding game of the NBA Western Finals. Charles Johnson brings it here.
Well, they have to be very happy with their position at this point. Phoenix has played very well. Golden State's been a little ragged with their play.
Well, they threw it away, and Jamal Wilkes is the man who intercepts for Golden State. He leads the break. Ends to defense. Driving shot by Charles Johnson. Gets his own rebound. Outstanding play by Johnson, and he gets the ball over to Phil Smith. And the Golden State Warriors take a 2-point lead. And into the corner, he gets the ball to Sobers. Back to Erickson, out to Sobers. Ricky Sobers drills it. And Sobers has now scored 6 points, and the game is again tied 55-55. There's Jamal Wilkes taking the ball down low against Erickson. Jamal Wilkes with his high arcing jump shot didn't miss a thing despite the finger injury. Ball is kicked. Elvin Adams lost the basketball. It turns back over to the Warriors.
Wilkes underneath.
Charles Johnson is rejected beautifully. Up court pass to Ricky Sobers. Moving in on Rick Barry. Sobers gets it off his hip, and Rick Barry turns his head away disgustedly.
Good shot.
Jamal Wilkes right back down the other way to break the tie. The leading scorer in the game is Golden State's backcourt star Phil Smith. Has scored 18. Barry has 14. Wilkes has 11. Westphal with 15 for the Suns. Quickly by Barry. Here is Gar Hurd. Westphal fires. He's been tough, and Westphal's tough again. Fourth-year player out of Southern California ties the game at 59, and Westphal has now put up. Down low, it's tapped away. Jamal Wilkes made that play. Wilkes pulling up. Now the ball is tapped away, and here's a foot race. Westphal behind the back to Sobers, and Ricky Sobers gets it off glass. Brilliant basketball, Paul Westphal.
Paul Westphal made a sensational defensive play.
Pulls up. Fires to Gar Hurd, jumping high. He can't get the shot. Rebound is down to Clifford Ray. The 7th game of the Western Finals. Here's a steal by Sobers. 2-on-1 break. Sobers challenging Barry. Goes to Gar Hurd. Clean block is ruled. Westphal inside to Erickson. Fading away. He gets it falling back. And all of a sudden, the Phoenix Suns, who were down by 6 at the half, have gone ahead by 4.
Basketball game. Their defense is very tough. They rebound extremely well.
Charles Dudley comes right back down and does it for Golden State. Getting 5 men down on the run. Long lane pass to Dickey. No basket. Now he's going to come back in, apparently, just taking the last minute. He looks tired today. He's going to come back in. The other 4 men were out on the floor, and Berry's the last to join them.
Don, when you have so much pressure on you, you better believe you're going to be tired. This is a very, very, very crucial ball game for them. The only ball game that they have left.
Clifford Ray took the ball away from Alvin Adams. Feeds off to Dudley. Can tie the game now. And Charles Dudley out of the University of Washington does it. Dudley has now scored 6 points.
For Dudley wanted to go after him.
Westphal with the ball, driving hard. Here is another foul call against the Golden State Warriors. Defending NCAA champions with less than 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. It is 65 to 63. Stolen by Gar Hurd. Berry against him. Gar Hurd lays it in, and now the Phoenix Suns open up a 4-point lead. Basketball. Dudley fires out. Dickey drives, and Dickey gets the roll for Golden State. It's again a 2-point game with 25 seconds left to go. And as in the third quarter, we have an 8-point swing in this game. From 6 points down, the Phoenix Suns come back to lead by 2, 67 to 65. We're heading into the final 12 minutes. Open up the floor here at the Coliseum. Here's the foul trouble, and there's plenty of it.
A lot of foul trouble. A lot of players, as you see, have got a lot of fouls.
Final. Don Criqui with Jerry West from Oakland, California. Jamal Wilkes puts the ball up off the roll and in and out. Autry gets the ball, tips it over to Van Arsdale. We have a foul call on George Johnson.
Shooter, and I think if he makes the first one, naturally feel more comfortable shooting the second one. Very good rotation led balls right in the middle.
Big veteran center from Santa Clara. Charles Dudley takes the ball in the corner. Al Attles is staying with him. He's played good, sound basketball. Jamal Wilkes hits it from the outside.
That's the first time they've had good movement of the basketball down the floor.
Autry bounces down to Curtis Perry. Back to Autry. Cannot get the roll, and Jamal Wilkes takes down the defensive board. The third quarter. In the fourth quarter, Charles Johnson pulls up, fires, and the Warriors have the lead. A lot of time remaining. Erickson has the ball. Turns around, spins up, and now the Phoenix Suns have back the lead. 70 to 69. Set. Dudley shoots. Basket. Doesn't get there, but there's a foul call on Keith Erickson.
Keith Erickson didn't like the call.
He's playing with 5 fouls. Down low to Adams. Blocked. And George Johnson gets the ball. Up court to Derek Dickey. Lead to Dudley, and he lost the ball. To 70. Erickson looks down low. Here's Alvin Adams spinning off, and Adams turns and hits the hoop. Alvin Adams puts it through. The lead. Phil Smith down low. Looks it to George Johnson. The roll doesn't go. Fights for the ball, and Van Arsdale comes up with it. Lead to Westphal. Charging to the basket. He lays the ball in. What a play. It's last in the division, and now they're leading the Golden State Warriors in the fourth quarter, but it's far from over. These Warriors, a championship team, they come back time and again, and Dudley gets it for them there. Erickson gets the ball to Van Arsdale. Down low to Westphal. Puts it up. And this time it's an offensive foul as Phil Smith had excellent floor position. No team foul so far, unbelievably, against just one. Against the Phoenix Suns in this quarter. The next one will be a shooting foul against the Warriors. Phoenix Suns are passing some word around. Here is 2 free throws at the 76 to 72 game. Phoenix is in the lead. Phil Smith shooting. Smith can't make it go. Alvin Adams takes the ball down. Berry around the top. Fires off to Ray. He loses the ball. Picked up by Gar Hurd to Van Arsdale. 3 on 2. What's it done? Oh my word. My goodness. 78 to 72. Phoenix getting now. Golden State throws the ball away again. Hurd. Curtis Perry shoots. Phoenix has caught fire. Their bench is up and fired, fists in the air.
All right, there is to it. They got to get the ball to Rick Berry so he can do something in here.
And precisely what they did, but he can't make it go. Young team that really put it all together in one fast season. Big play by George Johnson as he comes back to follow in the missed shot by Berry. And feeds off to Gar Hurd. Long shot. Oh my. He hits another one.
He's getting it, really hurting the Warriors defense.
Berry comes right back down and drills it for the Warriors. The captain of the Warriors, Rick Berry. Van Arsdale's got to shoot. He does. Just before the buzzer sounds. On the rebound, a loose ball foul. And Charles Dudley, boy, I tell you, his hands don't like it here. And that makes it 83 to 76. Again, an 8-point lead for the Phoenix Suns. 4 minutes left to go in the game.
For time.
The defending champions are on the ropes. The Golden State Warriors. Here's the foul on Sobers. No question. These guys have worked a very good game. Phil Smith at the free throw line. And the rebound comes down to Elvin Adams. Look at the hands on this man. 6'9". Picks it up like a little guard. Fires up court to Van Arsdale. Here's Gar Hurd looking for glass. Foul call inside. This will go against Golden State.
Well, this Phoenix ball club has been something today.
In the history of this franchise, the Phoenix franchise, 85-76. Another fourth shot, another miss, and again Phoenix takes down the ball.
You have to run your offense, and the Warriors have been very guilty. Another bad foul. Team, very explosive ball club. The Suns have simply done it with their defense and a good, intelligent offense. Give up on this Warrior team.
There's no team in the league can come back faster than Golden State. George Johnson fouled over the top. He had to do it. Elvin Adams had position. Westphal has 4, Erickson 3, Adams has 3.
Don, this crowd is absolutely stunned. The Warrior bench, if you look at their bench, there's some very sad faces sitting over there.
Point lead for the Phoenix Suns. Johnson pulls up, and Charles Johnson can't make it go. It has all come apart for Golden State. But the time clock is very much a factor now. Loose ball. Jamal Wilkes, Cooley from the corner. And Jamal Wilkes knocks one down.
Be patient.
Down they go to Curtis Perry. Out to Elvin Adams, and he drops it down. That might be the decider.
Don, that was the one that put the nail in the coffin.
Played a fine floor game, a lot of defense. Now, Charles Johnson drills it from the outside. And that makes it a 10-point lead, but we're under 2 minutes. One go, and the Phoenix Suns with a 10-point lead in the 7th and deciding game. That's it. Sobers knocks it down. King is dead. We don't know who the new king's going to be till after the championship series, but Golden State is going out now. The enthusiasm of the crowds there must be unbelievable in the Bay Area. They just don't know what to make of it. Ball from Berry. Charles Johnson. Golden State just has to start firing and falling back as quickly as they can. Doesn't go again. Erickson has the ball. 55 seconds to go in the game, and the Phoenix Suns have a 10-point lead. A foul call on Jamal Wilkes, who fouled to stop the clock. 52 seconds left in the whole season for the Golden State Warriors. Bill Smith looks to shoot inside to Johnson, sets it down. That makes it a 10-point game. Phoenix is going to win the 7th and deciding game at Oakland on the Warriors' home court.
Don, who would have believed this?
State gets the ball back now with 16 seconds to go. Inside to Berry. He gets the bucket. It makes no difference now. This was decided some time ago. Phil Smith throws it up, and so the reign of the champion has ended here in Oakland, California today. The Golden State Warriors displaying the class of champions, shaking and congratulating the victors, but the Phoenix Suns, with one of the most dramatic victories in the history truly of the NBA, the way they've come out of these playoffs, win the game and advance to the finals.